I'm going to be batting leadoff now. We're facing the Erie Seawolves. On the road once again. Reimold going DH, then Flaherty in right, Alvarez in center, and Urrutia in left field. My average is currently at 222. Not all that great, but Urrutia has 111, and Kevin Daniel is 148. So I did pretty well. I think I've homered in 3 games, as I have 3 home runs on the year. So I'm hoping I can do pretty well, and I have changed my bat. I got the black and light look, instead of all black. Nice, good contact there. And I decided to change it up, just use a different bat. That one looks like it's gonna go. That was close, but not quite. For this video, I think I'm gonna be talking about some classic Oriole games and stuff. Cause when I mentioned in one video about my Oriole games experiences that I've been to and stuff, like I said, my first one was really back in 1991. But my pop said I went to one in 1995, but I really don't remember it. Might have went to some games in 96 or 97, I really don't know. But it wasn't until 1993 when I really got into them, when I started watching them a little bit more. And of course in 95, when Cal Ripken broke Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak, which is amazing.
The leadoff hitter makes his way towards the plate, and we are ready for baseball.
So I lead it off.
Now the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
That's foul.
But a foul ball here, 0-1.
Nice day for a ball game.
Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. EK, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, and it's
late on that.
Obvious to say, but if they can't score any runs, their woes are just going to continue. They were shut out in the loss yesterday, so what they really need
good contact there, but looks like it might be caught.
Let their pitchers work with the lead for them.
Conrad is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good contact there, but got under it.
The ball game.
So anyway,
one of the big keys for him in this one is gonna be keeping that
lead off. I think I went to one in 1999 with my mother and one of her ex-boyfriend, or it may have been 2000 when I went to it. I think it was 2000. I really don't know exactly. It was pretty much an alright game. Like I said, I think we played the Indians in that game. Don't know exactly what the score was or anything. I don't have the ticket left either from that.
0 for 1 here in the early going.
Yeah. All right.
First offering on the way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Big cut at that one, but I missed it.
Here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. He may not throw a ton of change-ups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it, because this is a good fastball hit team.
There.
Most teams are, so the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a ground ball.
It's actually a fair ball.
That's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
I gotta get back.
Well, he needed a hit like this. Got to get him to snap out of this cold streak. I mean, you're just looking.
I'm trying to get out of the cold streak, but
ball,
even though it was a little
not hit particularly
hit
well,
like that, I'll take it. So there's no outs.
He's saying, "Man, it's about time."
All right.
First pitch coming, and he pops up the bunt attempt.
Oh, throw it away.
His first baseman as it's over his
head.
head.
No, get back, get back.
And now they've got him caught in a rundown, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
And when a guy is
thank God I was able to get back like that. I did not want to do that,
make an error like that, and that's
make a mistake again. So the catcher threw the ball away apparently, and I was going to try and take off, but the right fielder got to it pretty quickly. All right, so I'm at second, excuse me. hoping to get
Into
the
the
third
box,
or score.
Ryan Stefani has so weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking.
Yeah, so the game,
One or the other
I
is
think
what
they
you
lost
really
to the
need.
Indians in that game. But I remember one game, I think it was in like
Comes set, now the
1998,
pitch.
and
Down and away, ball one.
it was my mom and me and I think one of her ex-boyfriends again, and I saw like a fight break out when I was in the stands for this. The people just got a little bit rowdy and drank too much, and they got into a fight, and this guy got hurt pretty badly, got like hit by like a beer bottle or something like that.
And a slider misses here, 2 balls and a strike.
But that's not the the only one I witnessed a fight. I witnessed one in 2004 when the Orioles were playing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in a game in which the Orioles lost.
Swing and a liner towards second, and that's in there, base hit. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
When you talk about players here in Double-A with good bat speed, take a look at this swing. That'll get your attention.
Into the box now, Nolan Reimold as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play.
Yeah, so anyway, I saw like a fight break out. It was down the right field line, actually. It was in foul ball territory. Again, probably the same old thing, just too much drinking and stuff. He usually does that. But I pretty much did enjoy that game, even though it was a loss. But it actually was my first. It was my first fireworks night game that I went to, which is pretty cool. All right, hang on a second. I'm gonna change mics.
Now
so
one
just
away. You can even get out of this scot-free if you can get a ground ball here. Come on, baby. Hey, let it fly.
Standing in now, Ryan Flaherty, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike.
Okay, I'm back right now. So just adjust my mic. This time I'm using like a little bit of a different thing.
He's set, now the pitch. Off the plate, one
anyway,
ball,
like I was
one
saying,
strike.
it was really a pretty
just did manage to
good
catch that
game
one with the last 2 inches of his glove.
Fireworks night, and I've never been to an Oriole game which was fireworks night. Although I think I may have been back in 1991 when I mentioned I wasn't a fan of them at that time. But still.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Yeah,
over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands.
It still was an alright game. We had Miguel Tejada on that team. Rafael Palmeiro was our first baseman. Javi Lopez was our catcher. Melvin Moore was our third baseman. Brian Roberts was our second baseman.
Here comes a 1-2. I'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off.
Okay, so here we go. So I was just adjusting something there. I was just fixing my mic, so I'm hoping it's alright. If you can hear me fine, I hope it's alright.
That's the 2-2 pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. Step on the back for one. Relay to first in time.
It won't get me home as he was out, so it's double play.
Golden opportunity to get on the
but
board.
Still, that's all I have to say about that.
Back with more on this
so,
Monday night.
I did go to a game in 2001. It was between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It was a pretty good game. David Segui at that time hit 2 home runs. One to right center and the other to right center as well, I think. Well, more like center field, I guess. Maybe. So, but that was a pretty good game. They wound up winning that like 5-1 or something.
Changed up on him here, and this is grounded to short. One away.
Cal Ripken was in that game, but I think he went 0 for 4 in that game, or 0 for 3. Don't think he had a hit. And he had just come off an injury, I think, as well, and that was also his last season. In 2001, he would retire. Yeah. But Josh Towers, who was the Oriole pitcher at that time, struck out 2 and pitched like 6 or 7 innings and gave up, I think, no earned runs.
Curtis Conrad will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short.
Damn.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And now,
Not this time.
fortunately, they will get an out here.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this
Sorry, I
thing,
didn't mean to
it's gonna
say
be a
that.
sure error.
To-
But luckily for him, he's got a diesel
Anyway,
tanker headed down the first baseline.
I'm not sure
So
about
he's able to
2002
gather
if I
this
went to a
thing
game.
up
We didn't
and
do
still
so well in
get the out at
2002. We had a terrible season.
Number
I
20
think I
will
went to
step
one
in.
in 2003,
He's singled in 2
actually.
trips thus far. And he'll start the inning with a pitch
2003,
that misses
B.J.
off the
Surhoff
plate.
came back
It's
to the
ball
Orioles around
1.
that time as
All
he
right,
was with the
4
Braves
scoreless
in
innings
2000,
the books. What's it gonna
2000,
take to push
2001, and
across our first
2002.
run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really
And that was a
dominated
pretty
so
good
far.
game. They faced the Tampa Bay
This is
Devil
where
Rays.
getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone. Then maybe your offense.
Yeah,
can
that
go
was
from
a
there.
pretty good
Hitters
game. I
count
don't.
2-0.
I think they did win that game, but I don't know exactly the score. I don't know who the starting pitcher was that day either. I want to say it was somebody from 2003. I could probably look the game up.
Pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching
Nasty.
to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
This is the thing
I'll
that's
probably
so
look it up in a
impressive about
second,
this guy.
as soon as I'm done
He'll
with
show
my
you that
bat.
good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball
Oh,
up the
this looks
ladder at
pretty
92,
good.
93.
But that'll be off the right field wall. Around first, digging for 2 now. And the relay throw is right by him at third base.
Alright, so I got myself
Well,
a
we
double. I
haven't
got
seen
2
a
hits
run
on the
across
day.
the plate yet, but we nearly had one right there. Here's another look at it. This gets all the way out to and off of the wall. And now
Almost
he
had another
cruises
home
into
run, which
second
would have been
with
my
a double.
4th.
Eric
That,
Kell
yeah.
will stand in now
So
with a
no
good
outs.
chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
I gotta like listen to see what the third base coach says, like if I'm rounding or if I'm coming towards him, and he'll like notify me and he'll like put his hands up to tell me to stop, or he could wave his arms around and tell me to go. So
The 1-0 pitch. Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats.
yeah, so if I had to guess who the pitcher was in that 2003 game against the Devil Rays, I want to say it was, I'm hoping not Omar Dahl. I mean, that guy was terrible.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He wasn't really like all that much of a, he's a decent pitcher. But I know it was not Scott Erickson, as he was on the DL with an injury. It may have been Sidney Ponson
Here's the 1-2. This ball's
or
grounded foul.
Rodrigo Lopez or somebody there from 2003, but I'm gonna look it up as soon as I find out. So I'm gonna look it up.
He'll try it. Swing and a
Yeah,
miss.
he's
He ran the
Stay at
fastball right
second.
by him for the first down.
Just go to Google and you can type in 2003 Orioles schedule or something like that, and you can like look at a lot of the games. He was late on that one.
And he runs it right by him.
Okay, it was during like the month of April, I think. Whoop.
Stepping in now, Brian Stefani, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Sherman
No, get
will
back.
range to his left as he
I'm
cracks
fine.
this one down in left center
Yeah,
for
it
the
gives you the whole
second out of
schedule
the
from
inning.
2003.
Now,
Here we
looking
go.
back on this inning, the failure to get the guy to third in the previous at-bat
I think
probably
it
cost
was
him a run there.
April
Now,
20th.
sometimes
This one.
these seem like little mistakes at the time,
I
but
have to look for the.
now
I have to
he's
look
still
for the
at second
ticket.
with
Let me
2 away.
Nolan
see if I can.
Reimold
Let me go through my
stand
tickets
in
real
for the
quick, because
third
my
time
cabinet's
now.
right next
Still
to me
without
right
a
here.
hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think
Move
that's
some
in the
stuff out
back
of the
of
way
his
so I
mind, but
can,
it's not
for
something
this.
he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now, take a look at this.
Here's the first offering. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count,
Let me
don't be
go
surprised if
through
he has
these.
a big cut at something. Maybe try and break the tie ball game.
Open up this cabinet, get all my tickets out, ticket stubs.
The
There we go.
next pitch.
I'm not gonna get like the
Not close.
big ones I
It's
printed
2-0.
from
A
StubHub.
much
I'll just
better
get like the
approach
ones
here
that I
at the
have
plate so far.
in
But
here.
he's not working from behind
Alright, let me
in
see
the count
here. I
like
got
he has
one
his
from
first few at-bats.
2013. That's one I already mentioned. Starting pitcher that day was Bud Norris. And I got one when I saw the Aberdeen
Now
Ironbirds.
the 2-0. Swung
Oh,
on,
boy.
hit pretty well out to deep left field. And he'll get there in plenty of
That's
time
3
to
outs.
put this one away, and that
Hoping it was
ends
not,
the inning. 5 innings have been no problem as he's got the shutout working. Home half of the
let's see what
fifth
else I
coming
got.
up, and we
One
still
from
have no score.
2014 when they played against the Boston Red Sox. That was opening day. And I got one from Tuesday, May 9th of 2006. Have to look at the schedule for that. This was against the Detroit Tigers on May 9th. May 9th, 2006. And here it is, and we won 7-6. Alright, let me take a look. Chris Gomez, second baseman, then Melvin Moore, Miguel Tejada, Jay Gibbons, right field, good player. Nick Markakis, who came in later, good player, and Jeff Conine. This is in 2006? Oh, he was still with us, okay. Yeah, I miss that guy, Jeff Conine. They should not have gotten, they definitely shouldn't have gotten rid of Jeff Conine that year. They should have kept him. Instead, they traded him to the Phillies, I think, for like a minor leaguer or somebody. I think that was a bad trade. I just thought, you know, Conine was doing okay.
And this is on the ground toward the hole.
Got right by him.
He can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
So I don't really know about this one. Well, Miguel Cabrera. Daniel Cabrera was the pitcher. He pitched 5 innings. He walked 7 and struck out 6 and gave up 5 earned runs.
Give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Don't really remember this one exactly, but not sure. A lot of home runs in this one, too. Yep, May 9th, 2006. That's what it says on here. I think these were given like to my aunt from somebody at her work. I got a PBA bowling ticket. The Washington Nationals from Wednesday, July 9th, 2014. I think we lost that one. Another one against the Blue Jays in 2013. Royal Fan Fest in 2014.
Number 20 will dig in now, and he'll do so representing.
It's in the game. I'm 2 for 3. I'd like to get a third.
But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more.
And
This
man,
is hit to third. Will it be 2? On to first, it's a double play.
the third baseman got lucky on that one. He managed to get it.
Around the horn they go.
Okay, so let me go through the rest that I have.
Back with more Monday Night
The 2005 Royal Fan Fest. It's pretty good. The 2012 Royal Fan Fest. I've been to a lot of them. I think I've been to every one. Here's one from 2007 against the Colorado Rockies. I think we lost this game, though. I have to look up the schedule again. The date is June 10th, 2007. Yep, Colorado Rockies, and we lost 6-1. This one I remember. We were sitting in left field. Brian Roberts, Freddie Bynum. That guy was more like a second baseman and stuff. Miguel Tejada, who was still with us, coming off his, I think it was before he had his injury. Chris Gomez and Eric Bedard was the pitcher. He struck out 8 in 5 innings, but he got the loss.
Fastball hit on the ground is short.
Eric Bedard was having a pretty good season in 2007. Struck out a lot of people, but an injury stopped his season, and he could have been maybe a candidate for the Cy Young Award. Maybe. I could be wrong, though. While the Colorado Rockies had people like Troy Tulowitzki at shortstop, Matt Holliday in left field, Todd Helton at first base, Garrett Atkins, one-time Oriole in 2010 at third base. Man, a lot of people there, and their pitcher pitched a complete game, Jason Hirsch. Don't really remember that guy.
Nate Sherman will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
Okay, we're playing in, so they want... Alright, because there's one out. They're going to bring us in.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Out in front as he grounds this one to short. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Alright, so we got the out.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of a head shake there when you're going back to the dugout. You figure with the infield
So the
in,
guy
you've got a much
does
better
not come
shot
around
at
to score,
finding
still
a
got the
hole.
shutout
But this
going.
is an atom ball here, and it's going to
might get
keep
another
that
chance
runner
at bat.
third with
There's-
2 outs now.
I think I will, yeah. Runner on second with
Number
2 outs.
20
I'm going to get
will
another
bat now.
chance.
Couple of hits in 4 trips, including a
2
double.
hits.
Now the first pitch. Starts him out with
Yeah,
a
so I remember
slider
that
for a strike.
game. Make sure it's text message as well.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike.
Definitely remember that game. That game definitely was not great. It was alright.
Good with a runner at second base. From the stretch. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run.
Yeah, we lost 3-2. Oh well. I did pick up a couple of hits, which was pretty good.
Low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond.
2 for 5.
In
That's
this one.
not
He's
too
our
bad.
top player of the game.
Yeah, so let's take a look at more tickets. So, schedule there, another more autographs. Because I met a few players at the Fan Fest. Yep. Including current player Nolan Reimold. And former catcher Steve Clevenger and current closer Zach Britton. Great guy. Alright, what else do I have? I got one from 2011 against the Cardinals. That was not a great game. That was like a blowout. So, I'll have to show it on the Orioles schedule on Orioles.com. So, I'll take a look at this one. It's from June 30th, 2011. This was T-shirt night as well for J.J. Hardy. Yeah, here it is. It was Jaime Garcia against Brian Mattis, who was coming off an injury that year. Brian Mattis really got roughed up. He really did. So the Cardinals walked away with the win 9-6. Lance Berkman, if I remember, I think had 2 home runs. Yeah, he had his 20th in the 3rd inning, and then another one off of Alfredo Simon or Simon. The lineup: J.J. Hardy in the leadoff spot, then Nick Markakis, Adam Jones, Vladimir Guerrero, one-time Oriole, Derek Lee, one-time Oriole. A little disappointed they traded and stuff, but his batting average is pretty low. Matt Wieters, the catcher, did pretty well. Nolan Reimold had 4 RBIs. He was in left field, and Mark Reynolds at third base. And Brian Mattis pitched 3.1 and gave up 8 earned runs and struck out 2, while Alfredo Simon, or Simon, they always call him Simon, but I think it's pronounced Simon now, and he did alright and struck out 2 and gave up an earned run. And Michael Gonzalez, the other Gonzalez that was here before Miguel Gonzalez came along. Yeah. And Jaime Garcia struck out 3, but he gave up 6 earned runs, but he still got the win somehow. And Robert Andino was also in the lineup at second base because Ryan Roberts still had his injury in 2011. Yeah, so. But I remember that game. They also did the wave in the crowd, like to get the crowd going, but the Cardinals just were too much. The Cardinals are a really good team, and that's pretty much for that. Man, I just figured I'd do this because, it's my video. Here's one on Monday, June 9th, 2014 against the Red Sox, where Ryan Flaherty hit a home run right over me and my aunt's head, and it just went a couple rows behind us. Another ticket to the 2012 Royal Fan Fest. Another one against the Nationals in 2014. The Toronto Blue Jays on September 6, 2005. The 10-year anniversary of Cal Ripken breaking Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak record. So 2005, September 6. Nope. And I got it on the wrong website. Here it is. It's baseballalmanac.com. You can find it on there. Alright, here we go. 2005 wasn't really all that great of a season for us, but we did win the game 5-0. We shut them out. It was Brian Roberts at second, then Melvin Mora at third, Miguel Tejada at short, Jay Gibbons in right, David Newhan, who come in to pinch hit, Javi Lopez, the DH, Alejandro Frade. Yeah, if you don't remember this guy, Freire. E-I-R-E, yeah, right, I didn't make sure I didn't misspell it. He was a first baseman, but even though it's spelled like Freire or whatever, but it's pronounced Frade. Yeah. This is not Delman Young, this is the name I'm looking at. It's Walter Young, a guy who was like a left-handed batter. He made his debut, but he didn't do so much. And then Chris Gomez came in. I think he walked. The young guy, Walter Young. And Eric Burns in left field. This guy was part of a really bad trade in which the Orioles traded Larry Bigby. Larry Bigby was a pretty good left fielder. I thought he wasn't really that bad of a player, but they still got rid of him, and then he got involved in a scandal, I think, for like performance-enhancing drugs. But Eric Burns for him was a bad trade. And Luis Matos in center field, or Louis Matos, but I think it's Luis Matos. And Geronimo Gil, or Heel, they call him the Chief. He was the catcher. Ted Lilly started the game. He got the loss. Daniel Cabrera got the win. Pitched 7 innings, struck out 10, and walked 1. Not bad. Tim Burdack came in and he pitched. And Aaron Rakers, another guy I met at the Fan Fest in 2005, pitched as well. Yeah, but like I said, the 10-year anniversary of when Cal Ripken broke Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak. Good ceremony and good game. Alright. Let's see if I got any more. 2014 Open Day against the Red Sox. Another one. Oh, wait a minute. This one's from 2005. Oh, I remember this. This is Wednesday, May 4th, 2005. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get it back. There we go. May 4th. Yes. This was against the Toronto Blue Jays, in which me and my aunt went to this. It was a day game at 3:05, because I think the Blue Jays, or whoever it was, either the Blue Jays or us, had to go on the road somewhere. So, yeah, it was a day game. It was Roy Halladay against Eric Bedard. This was a really good game. Halladay pitched 7.1. He gave up 5 earned runs and struck out 2. He was just starting out around this time. Well, actually, I think Halladay started around 99 or so. Whoever it was, he made his debut. So he starts, and Scott Schoenweis comes in to pitch. The lineup is Brian Roberts at second, Melvin Moore at third, Miguel Tejada at short, Sammy Sosa in right field. Yes, Sammy Sosa, the one-time 2005 who was acquired for Jerry Harrison Jr., another bad trade. Rafael Palmeiro, who was the DH, but it wouldn't be long until Palmeiro would be guilty of using steroids and stuff, and then he says his little thing to the people in D.C., I have never used steroids, period. That was a lie. And Javi Lopez, who was the catcher, he hit a big home run, like in the, it was the 8th inning, because it was a scoreless game all the way to the 8th inning when the Blue Jays struck and made it like 1-0, and the Orioles were still without a hit. Well, not without a hit, I mean just, without a run. So Bedard pitches 8 innings, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and he strikes out 12, a dozen batters. And I think that is like maybe the second highest an Oriole pitcher has struck out somebody in a game. I think somebody has struck out more than that. I think maybe 14 or 13, but that may be the highest. I really don't know. I don't think it's the highest. But anyway, Geronimo Heel will come in later, Jay Gibbons at first, Luis Matos in center, and Larry Bigby in left. 2005 was going pretty well for us as well. We wound up we were in like first place for like 18 or 15 or 14 days or so, and then we fired our manager Lee Mazzelli. Big mistake there. I think they should have kept him, and they made Sam Perlazzo the manager, which I think was not really a good decision. But the Blue Jays had some good players on here, like they had Orlando Hudson and Vernon Wells in center, Corey Koski, Shea Hillenbrand, Alex Rios, Eric Hinsky, Ken Huckabee, another Oriole, one-time Oriole, and John McDonald. Yeah, but Halladay didn't do all that bad, and Javi Lopez with his home run, the 8th inning. I mean, that was the big moment of the game. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. But that was a great game. Let's see what else I got. The Minnesota Twins in 2011. Now, I know for a fact that they lost this game. It's from April 18th, 2011, on Monday. Yeah, they lost 5-3. It was Chris Tillman against Francisco Liriano. Francisco Liriano is now with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Tillman is still with us. Yeah, Brian Roberts at second, Nick Markakis in right, Derek Lee at first base, Vladimir Guerrero, the DH, Mark Reynolds at third, Adam Jones in center, Jake Fox in left field, pretty good player, Matt Wieters, the catcher, and Robert, because I think J.J. Hardy may have had an injury, or he probably just had the day off. I don't know. But Jake Fox, I remember he hit that walk-off hit once, which was pretty good. And he hit a home run against Texas in 2010, I think, which is pretty good. But Tillman, 6.2, 3 earned runs and struck out 5, I think it says, while Liriano pitched 6.1, and he walked 6. No, he walked 5, I'm sorry, and struck out 2. Former Jim Hoey makes an appearance, Clay Rapida makes an appearance, and Kevin Gregg, our closer in 2011, gives up 2 earned runs. Yeah, he definitely was not one of the best for us in 2011. I mean, his ERA is 4.37, pitching 63 games, 22 out of 29 saves. He blew 7 of them. Not good. A lot of walks, 53 strikeouts and 40 walks. Then in 2012, 3-2, 4.95 ERA, much higher than last time. 37 strikeouts, 24 walks. He was more like, he tried out starting pitching a little bit, like with the Anaheim Angels, but it kind of really didn't work out that much. He was more likely a middle relief pitcher kind of guy. Yeah, so that was definitely not a good pickup for the Orioles. But that was not a bad game in 2011. I think I got a few more. I mean, I'm going through these because I can, as this is my video. One from 1995. Well, that was the one my uncle was supposed to go to. The 21-31 game, September 6th. But he did not go. I think either he was working or he just couldn't go. Here's the one I got from August 12th, 1991 against the Chicago White Sox. I hope this is not the game where Wilson Alvarez threw that no-hitter. I actually found this ticket. So let's take a look at it. August 12th, 1991. Not really one of the best seasons for us. A little bit of a disappointing season. I mean, we won this game. It was 5-4. The lineup for the White Sox: Tim Raines in left field, Robin Ventura at third base, Frank Thomas, a young Frank Thomas at the DH, Carlton Fisk, the catcher, Hall of Famer, Ron Kittle at first base. Craig Graybeck would come in and be the third baseman when Ron Ventura moved to first base. Who's this guy? Warren Newson, never heard of him, in right field. Somebody named Huff. Mike Huff in right field. Somebody named Johnson in center field. Lance Johnson in center field. I remember that name. Somebody named Fletcher at second base. Scott Fletcher. And the shortstop, Ozzie Guillen, the guy who definitely did not deserve to win not the Cy Young Award, the Gold Glove Award in 1990. It definitely deserved to be Cal Ripken. He had only 3 errors in 162 games. That was bull crap. Cal definitely deserved it. The pitcher of that game was Jack McDowell. He did pretty well. 7 innings, struck out 6, 3 earned runs though. Now for the Orioles: Mike Devereaux in center field, Joe Orsulak in left field, Cal Ripken Jr. at short, Sam Horn the DH. Dwight Evans would be a pinch hitter, and him who played DH, and then Brady Anderson pinch ran in that spot. Then Randy Milligan at first base, Cheeto Martinez in right field, David Segui would pinch hit and play left field, and Orsulak would move to right field. Leo Gomez at third base, Chris Hoyles the catcher, and Juan Bell at second base. I think Billy Ripken may have had the day off. And the starting pitcher was Ben McDonald. He pitched 9 innings, and it seems that this game went to extra innings. The Orioles won on a walk-off. It looks like in the 11th inning, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, yep, in the 11th inning. Interesting. And also the late, great Mike Flanagan also pitched in as well. Pitched an inning, gave up a hit, and Greg Olson got the win. And Bobby Thigpen also makes an appearance. He was the closer for the White Sox. But when was that game when that guy, Wilson Alvarez, threw that no-hitter? I think it was in 1991. I just want to look it up real quick if I could find it. It might be this one. Nope, not this game. It was... I'm seeing if it's on there. I think for sure it was 1991. Nope, I still don't see it. Maybe it's this one. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yeah. It's from August 11th, 1991. Yep. Wilson Alvarez throws a complete game no-hitter. Jeez. Mike Devereaux, Juan Bell, Cal Ripken, Dwight Evans, Randy Milligan, David Segui, Chris Hoyles, DH, Leo Gomez at third, Bob Melvin the catcher, and the starting pitcher was Dave Johnson, who is the father of Steve Johnson, who made his Oriole debut in 2012. And he did pretty well. He struck out some people, and he also started as well in another game against the Blue Jays, I think, and he got the win. I think he's no longer with the Orioles to this day. I think Steve Johnson is a free agent, or he could be on a team, if I could look it up. According to here, he's with the Texas Rangers. Signed a minor league contract with the Rangers with an invitation to spring training on January 29th. Well, all I can just say is good luck to him and his new team. Hopefully he makes the team and he can do really well. I mean, he did pretty well with the Orioles, despite having a little bit of a rough season past enough. But he was born in Baltimore, Maryland, though. Well, it's a shame. But anyway, Wilson Alvarez struck out 7 and walked 5. Dave Johnson pitched only an inning and gave up 1.1, and he struck out 3 and gave up 4 earned runs. He left in the second inning. Todd Froworth came in. He gave up 3 earned runs, struck out 3. And Jim Poole came in, one of my favorite left-handers. Used to pitch for the Orioles. Yeah, he wasn't really too bad for them. In 1991, 2, 3, and 4, he was with them. Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. And Greg Olson also pitched as well, so there you go. 1991, of course, was the final season when the Orioles played at Memorial Stadium. And here's another one from 2011 against the Cleveland Indians. This was after the All-Star game. Me and my aunt went to this. It was Matt Wieters' T-shirt night, in which it was like where it says All-Star on there, because he was the only Oriole All-Star elected to the 2011 All-Star game. So July 14th, 2011. We lost that game. It was 8-4. Yeah, it was on a Thursday. Yeah, it was just me and my aunt that went to it. J.J. Hardy at short, Nick Markakis in right, Adam Jones center, Matt Wieters fourth, DH, Derek Lee at first base, Felix P.A. in left. That guy was a waste, Felix P.A. Mark Reynolds at third base, Blake Davis at second base, just a rookie. Robert Andino would pinch hit, and Craig Tatum at catcher. Michael Brantley for the Indians in left. Asdrubal Cabrera, Travis Hafner, Jose Valbuena, whoever it is, Luis Valbuena. That was almost hard to say. Grady Sizemore in center field, good player. Carlos Santana, the catcher. Orlando Cabrera at second base. 2 Cabreras on there. Asdrubal Cabrera and Orlando Cabrera, but they're not related. Said Orlando Cabrera related to Holbert Cabrera. who's this Buck? Travis Buck. Yeah, I remember that guy. In right field, good left-handed batter. Carrera coming in later. Matt Laporta at first base, and Lonnie Chisenhall, young Lonnie Chisenhall at third base. So Guthrie was the pitcher, Jeremy Guthrie, and he was 3-12 already on the season. So he would get a loss and be 3-13. He walked 4 and struck out 2. Mark Hendrickson would come in. He gave up 2 earned runs. Jason Birkin would also pitch, struck out 3, did pretty well. Michael Gonzalez pitched an inning, struck out 1, and Kevin Gregg came in and gave up 2 hits and struck out just 1. Justin Masterson was the starting pitcher, and he struck out 8 in 6 innings. Yeah, and a foul ball pretty much came over to me, and I thought it was like going to come towards me, but it was about 3 or 4 rows ahead of me. Here's another one from 2011, May 12th, 2011. This is actually their walk-off game that I went to. Hold on a second, which one is it? May 12th, not the 11th. Almost got the wrong one. Yeah, so it's on a Thursday, and this was, I don't know if it was T-shirt night. I think it was. It was for Vladimir Guerrero, the Orioles' designated hitter in the game, because he was in the game. For the Mariners, Ichiro Suzuki in right field, who was still with them. Sean Figgins at third base, good speedy hitter. Justin Smoke at first base. Adam Kennedy would come in later and pinch run and play first. Miguel Olivo, the catcher. Jack Cust, former Oriole, DH. Who is this in left field? Oh, Mike Wilson in left field. Never heard of that guy. Must have been a rookie or something. Jack Wilson at second base. Luis Rodriguez, I think. Yep, Luis Antonio Rodriguez. Must have been a rookie or something like that. At shortstop, and Michael Saunders in center field. Starting pitcher is Jason Vargas, new upcoming pitcher. And for the Orioles, Brian Roberts at second base, Nick Markakis in right, Derek Lee at first base, Vladimir Guerrero the DH, Jake Fox will come in and pinch run, Adam Jones in center, Matt Wieters the catcher, J.J. Hardy at short, Mark Reynolds at third base, and Robert Andino in left field, surprisingly. Starting pitcher was Zach Britton, pitched 9 innings and struck out 6 and only gave up 3 hits. Kevin Gray comes in and walks 2, then Jim Johnson comes in, he winds up giving up the run, and that makes it 1-0 all the way into the 12th inning. So the Orioles come around and score a runner and tie up the game. Now Jake Fox comes up, who's the pinch hitter, and he winds up getting a hit up the middle, and that scores the run, and that gives them the win in extra innings. That was my first extra innings winning game. Yeah, I remember that very well. It's a great game. The winner was Jim Johnson. Losing pitcher is Brandon League. Yeah. And here's one from 2004 against the Anaheim Angels, and they're still called that. They're now called the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, but I still call them the Anaheim Angels. So 2004. I remember this, as I mentioned, and said it was when a fight broke out there. What's the date again? May 14th, 2004. Here it is. We lost 10-9. For the Anaheim Angels, David Eckstein at short, Sean Figgins at third. I have no idea who this is. Jeff Devannon in center. Shane Halter would come in later. Well, fourth is Vladimir Guerrero in right field, who the crowd booed because the Orioles were in negotiations to signing him in 2004, but instead he signed with the Angels to like a 5-year deal worth like $80-some million or $100 million or something, I don't know, and he won the MVP award in 2004. Yeah. Jose Guillen in left field. Casey Kochman at first. Benji Molina, the catcher, because they got a lot of Molinas. Jose Molina and Yadier Molina. Yadier still plays. Benji and Jose, I think, are retired, but I know Benji is. I'm not sure about Jose Molina, so I have to, look that up. Yeah, Benji's retired. Jose Molina, I'm not sure. I'm looking it up right now. It says he's retired. He's 40. Yep. He's the middle of 3 brothers, Benji, and the younger brother of Yadier. Yadier is 33. He plays for the Cardinals, everybody knows. Alright, so anyway, back to the lineup. Rob Quinlan, the DH, Adam Kennedy at second base, and starting pitcher was Bartolo Colon. And for the Orioles, Brian Roberts at second base, Melvin Mora at third base, Miguel Tejada at short, Rafael Palmeiro at first, Javi Lopez the catcher, Jay Gibbons in right, Luis Matos in center, Larry Bigby in left, Jerry Harrison Jr. the DH. The starting pitcher is Kurt Ainsworth. Oh, Lordy. And Kurt Ainsworth left in the second inning and gave up 9 earned runs, 2 in the first and then 7 in the second inning, because that's how many the Angels scored. But the Orioles tried to get back into it, but it wasn't enough, as it made it 10-9. I thought like Tejada didn't hit a grand slam in that one. They got 3 runs in that inning. So anyway, this person named Greg that pitched, it was Kevin Gregg. So he pitched. Then Francisco Rodriguez, who we know as K-Rod, is with the the Brewers. Troy Percival, who came on for the save, I think he blew the save, and Scott Shields got the save, and Percival got the win. After Ainsworth pitched, Rick Bauer came in and pitched 4.2, no earned runs. John Parrish comes in, strikes out 2. Mike Dejon, not a good pickup for the Orioles, came in, did okay. Actually, just 1 hit and pitched 1 inning. And Jorge Julio came in, he pitched, and he didn't do so well. Yeah, so that's pretty much the way it is. And of course, like I said, fireworks night. And just some tickets of the Aberdeen Ironbirds, that's really it. And 1 ticket of Cal Ripken's 3,000th hit against the Minnesota Twins, but of course I was not at that. It was in Minnesota. And that's pretty much it for that. So we'll have to wrap up this video here. We're up to a lot of minutes, so I know I took some time on that, but hey, it's my video, like I said. So enjoy. Hope y'all, and take care as well. Thanks for